Welcome to my fish room or fish warehouse, whatever you call it. Crazy hobby. Got about 80 tanks here, different sizes. We got a bunch of 200 liters, got a bunch of 45 liters, 60 of them, and then we got a big tank in the corner. Trying to breed some fish here. Currently we have a couple of babies, got a lot of shrimps going on, we got some angelfish. So let me give you a little bit of tour of this fish room. So in the center we have the osmosis water system. We got an Arca 1900 filtering water, and we got a couple of air pumps providing air for the whole system. I will show you in a bit. So what are we doing here? We got a first tank full of angels, Corridoras, 236 super whites with a big ass sump below it, filtering this tank separately. It also has some air filters. It's pretty crowded, but the volume is good. And as you can see in the corner, we have auto drip in it, so it's getting fresh water on both sides. The overflow is in the sump, the first compartment, so we clean this sump out every couple of weeks, but it's pretty stable. And then we got a bunch of 200 liters. On the top we got some Apistogrammas, Ramirez, and some Venezuelan Corridoras group. We had some eggs lately, and in every tank we basically have long fins or L144s, super albinos. Here are more angelfish, high fin corridoras and long fin plecos. As you can see, let me check here. And then below there we have more corridoras at this moment. Here we have some chicklets. They're hiding. And then here we have a breeding group of 236 regular ones, not the super whites. And then here we got the convicts chicklets. We had some eggs recently, so we got some babies in there. And then here we have a tank which is not filled yet, but it's scaped. We're planning to put a group of L46 in there. I think there's a couple of long fins in there just to clean everything. Here we got a tank which has L397s in there, almost to an adult size. Every tank has like 6-7 long fins, especially the big ones, just to clean everything. This one has some laser corridoras in it and a bunch of tetras. This tank does really well. As you can see, the water is crystal clear. Below here we have another group of 236, some huge males, some of them like 9, 10, 11 centimeters. There's big ones here. We've been waiting for eggs for a couple of weeks now, but somehow I think we have to put some soil in there on the bottom, because now it's glass and it's mirroring, and I don't think they feel comfortable with it. So we're planning to move these ones up there. Here we have a group of about 25 L46, most of them to an adult kind of size, almost like 6-7 centimeters, so they should be breeding the next year. We got a grow out tank currently filled with a bunch of convicts. They hatched about a month ago, so they're really small still. Okay, we got the center console where we have all the switches. All the lights are full RGB programmable. We program them so they have the moon and the sunset and the dawn and everything is in there. Then here in these tanks is a bunch of smaller fish. So we got some like tetras. There's just a bunch of different fish. These ones we want to start breeding. We got some breeding boxes from Blake. I highly recommend them. We got some Rasbora here. So just a bunch of different fishes. Some mollies. And here's a tank with blue velvet Neocaridina, full of babies. We got a tank with black Sakura, Neos. And then here we have some CPOs. They just came in a couple of weeks ago. And then here we have just our red shrimp, full of babies. And everything that, all the shrimps that are not beautiful enough to go to our front door. Cover. And we got another breeding group. Corridoras here. We got some tank with some upper singlets. I think this one is empty now. We got a stirby. I think they're almost to a breedable size. They look beautiful. Coloring on these is amazing. And we try not to clean the tanks on the inside, just the front, and the rest we just keep it like that. Everything somehow has shrimp in it, which is okay. Long swordfish mollies, and this one also has some laser corridoras, about 20. They're still very small, but they will grow out. What do we have more? What else? Ah, here's another group of L46, and everywhere we have these plecos and bristlenose to keep the tanks clean. This is our Caridina setup, so full osmose. So we got some black devil red eyes here, beautiful. Let me see if I can find one. And then we got our shadow Masura, thanks to Yuki Shrimp. Amazing, this guy has a setup, man, with hundreds of tanks, all beautiful. He breeds them, and he's a good friend of mine. Then we got our red fancy tigers here. It's funny, Yuki Shrimp and I used to be in the same school, so we reconnected lately and we found out we have a similar hobby. And this guy is amazing, he knows what he's talking about. So super red crystal reds, super crystal reds, also from Yuki. Basically all the shrimps that I buy are from Yuki. It's a solid, it's just good. And then I got some red wines here. These are from Kill. So I got 20 tanks here. I got 5 filled right now, so I want to add more Caridina, but first I want to see if I can do it, if it works, because they're pretty expensive. And I don't want to get the real exotic ones and real expensive ones without knowing that this works and the water parameters are good and my UGF boxes are working and everything is goes according plan. Here we have another 20 tanks. Currently the top is not filled, but here we have some Galaxy Pearl Danios actually. Beautiful. And they're really colored up already, and we're gonna try to breed them. And then here we have other danios, also beautiful coloring. And then here, down here, we all have our Neocaridina. So we got yellow ones, Davids, and we got white ones, and we got more blue ones, and then here we have dark brown ones. And here we have, I think, some kind of blue lilies. And we got orange ones. And all these tanks are filled with babies. And all these, I see like many carrying right now. So it's a couple of weeks. It's full of snails. I know we need to clean it out. And then here we have more orange ones, red ones, and black ones. So this is basically all the tanks. So we got 60 tanks here, another what is it, 24, 25, let's say 70, 80 tanks. Got some storage here, and on the back, as you can see, we have installed everything. We drilled all the aquariums ourselves. We have an auto drip system in it. If you check it's dripping like a drop a second. It has a air filter in there, automatic overflow, and this section has mutton filters because we have a lot of shrimp and they like the bio. We want to create a lot of food for them. This is all Caridinas, and they're all connected to the osmosis system. This is actually not on a drip, but we just test the TDS every week and see what the measurements are, and then add some water, and then we mostly add some GH to it and some magic powder to create biomass. So this is the back of it. You can see we have water, we have air, we've got all the drainage going to the sewage, and we've got a couple of quarantine tanks here. But so far the fishes have been doing very, very well. This is like the back of the L46 tank. You see they're full of it. This is the back of the 397. You can see one here. Beautiful fish. So the whole system, we try to keep the room at like 24, 25, and then depending on the tanks we add additional heaters to it, like this breeding group of 237s. We try to keep it at 27, 28. I know it should be a little bit higher, but it's winter here and it's hot, so we have this heater just blowing constantly. So that's the fish room, guys. So this is the section. Then we have another section, I'll show you, which is on this side. Here we have a bunch of goldfish. We mostly use them to eat algae and stuff like that. And if we have a new tank, we put a bunch in there, and then they make the cycle go a little bit faster. Down here we have our live food. So we got worms. And black worms, a big colony, and that's working out really well. And then we got some plants here. We've got a microscope, we've got our kit, test water, we're growing some mosses, just a small side project. And then we have a bunch of different stuff for hardscape if we want to make some small stuff. And here is our vinegar. Nice. Got some frogs going on there. A lot of stuff going on. So this was just showing the fish room, and later we will make videos per section, or we have a lot of content actually. We need to start editing it. Currently we run on 2 AquariuMike Mistral 4000 pumps. I think we need one more because sometimes we lose a little bit of pressure, especially on the ends, and if the filters are way down. So as you can see, the room is now 22 because I opened the curtains. Outside is 17. It's the humidity is about 60%, so it's good. Okay.